Recording in progress. Yay. Okay, I'm going to share portion of screen. You know, I am so obsessed with your success. Did you know that I am obsessed with your success? Well, I am, and I always have been. What I've not been especially fond of is going out there and peddling things to people. Mingling is really hard to do when your mind is full of technical things. But I'm compelled to share my ideas with you with hopes that you'll help me promote these ideas. Not because I don't want to, but because my part is hosting free daily group Zoom calls, doing webinars like this, and some other things that might be useful to you and contribute to your success in the fourth industrial revolution. I was there in the early 90s when the internet came along with the promise of prosperity for all. Seemed possible to me, but it didn't turn out that way. It took me until 2002 before I realized I wasn't going to be able to make the difference I wanted to in the tech field, and I quit. But I never stopped learning or experimenting with techie things. But as the years passed and my computer became old and practically useless, I resigned myself to a life of low income and despair. I worked as a security guard, a delivery driver. I even delivered food for DoorDash. I ended up living in an 8 by 10-foot room in San Francisco Chinatown for 11 years and watched families of 4 living in these rooms. We all shared the bathroom and kitchen and occasionally had visits from rats, bed bugs, and roaches. It was heartbreaking. Then in late 2022, I dipped my toe back into tech as AI entered the scene. It ignited in me a hope that the dream I saw back in the early 90s of everyone prospering was possible again, which brings me to 2025. So let's cut to the chase. How can what I know and my creativity help you change your financial future? I know your time's valuable, so let's get straight to the point and tell you what this isn't. This isn't some multi-level marketing scheme where you buy a bunch of things from me and tell your friends, and then they buy a bunch of things from you and we all make money. This isn't that. I'm going to get into exactly what it is I am selling, but it's only going to take about 10 minutes for me to explain how we're all going to make a bunch of money in the process. So I want to thank you in advance for 10 minutes of your time. And if you stay for the entire webinar, I guarantee you'll get something valuable out of it. So you ready to get started? First of all, welcome to the webinar. Let me start with a short video created by one of my partners who offers some advanced voice AI technologies through his company, Drop Your Voice. We talk more about that on our daily group Zoom calls. He can also make videos like this one for you too, and so much more, completely AI generated. Anything is possible with AI. So let's watch his 2.5-minute video. It's really cute.
Hey there, I'm your friendly neighborhood storyteller, and boy do I have a tale for you. It's about a little girl named, well, let's call her Lily. Lily was a bright-eyed, curious kid, but sometimes school made her feel like a fish trying to climb a tree.
Who can tell me the capital of France?
Lily's mind went blank. She felt like all the knowledge in the world was just out of reach.
I bet she doesn't even know what France is.
The other kids' giggles felt like tiny daggers. Lily's eyes started to well up with tears. She tried to shrink into her chair, wishing she could disappear.
I don't know.
But then, something magical happened. The teacher had an idea.
Lily, I have something special for you. It's called the Hat of AI.
As soon as the hat touched Lily's head, her eyes lit up like fireworks on the 4th of July.
Paris! The capital of France is Paris. And did you know it's called the City of Light?
Suddenly, Lily had all the knowledge in the universe at her fingertips.
Oh, and the Eiffel Tower was built for the 1889 World's Fair. It's 984 feet tall.
The other kids' jaws dropped. Even the teacher was amazed.
That's incredible, Lily.
From that day on, Lily realized that with the right tools, anyone can shine bright. And boy, did she shine.
Did you know that a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance?
The other kids started asking Lily all sorts of questions, eager to learn from their new friend.
And did you know that the Great Wall of China is so long It would take about 18 months to walk its entire length.
And so Lily's journey from confusion to confidence showed us all that a little help can go a long way. We don't have a magic AI hat, but we have AI on our mobile phones and computers, and the only difference is how we access the information. Think about it. AI in your pocket is the same as having the smartest person in the world at your beck and call. AI doesn't replace human intelligence. It simply allows humans equal access to all the human intelligence that has ever been conveyed. It's the most exciting technological achievement ever, and it will serve to allow humanity to evolve. Just the beginning.
Okay, that was a great video. So since this webinar is related to money-making ideas, I want to make it clear that I'm not guaranteeing what you'll earn or even what I'll earn, or that anything will be earned. As long as you understand that, then we're ready to begin. If you don't understand, then stop watching now. I'm laying out a vision, a blueprint for what's possible when people take action, work together, and leverage the power of AI, automation, and collaboration to promote this platform. So how does this model work? I give you a marketing platform that you can use for 30 days for free. If you stay past the 30-day free trial, then you pay a $97 fee per month for it. I earn 40% commissions, which is $38.80 per month for everyone who continues past the 30-day free trial period. So here's where you come in. You can do the exact same thing as I do and earn 40% commissions, $38.80 per month for everyone who continues past the 30-day free trial period that you sign up. I provide you with a free customized web page you can use to promote the platform, or you can just invite people to my free daily group Zoom calls and I'll take it from there. So let me show you what the landing page looks like. So here's what your landing page will look like. But instead of my name in the upper left corner, you'll have your name there. And then if people scroll down a little bit, they're going to get to see all the features, everything that this platform makes available for it to you. And if they click on the Start Now button, then they can sign up for a 30-day free trial that you get credit for. There's also a menu choice. Let me go back to that. There's a menu choice up here that says Need Live Support. And when visitors click on that, it takes them directly to one of my free daily group Zoom calls. I ask them how they got there and then sign them up for a 30-day free trial using your customized webpage. It's so easy. You can also join them on these free daily group Zoom calls too. And here's the really cool part. When you sign someone up for a 30-day free trial from your webpage, I earn an additional 5%, which is $4.85 per month for every person that continues past the 30-day free trial. This is true for people you sign up too. That's it. I put the 5% in what I call the AI Employee Fund. Then I use half of that 5% to knock $500 off people's rent by making direct payments to landlords in exchange for rent reductions for their tenants. So far, so good. We've developed a way to provide direct payments to landlords in exchange for lowering their tenants' monthly rent. We lower tenants' rent with funds from what we call the AI Employee Fund. We provide free training so you can leverage AI technologies to increase your income. We empower communities to thrive in the fourth industrial revolution. So let's see how the math works. I've put together this handy little spreadsheet that we can use to see how the math works. Again, I'm not making any promises regarding income you will earn or whether you will earn anything at all. I'm just showing you the math. Okay, so let me share that. Okay, so here's the little spreadsheet I put together to explain how the math works. Now, I also want to let you know that I'm able to duplicate this whole system for you, this whole success portal thing that I'm doing, along with the landing pages and all that stuff, how to conduct the daily group Zoom calls and all that stuff. And I can give that to you at the click of a button. It's pretty cool. So anyway, so when somebody comes in, let's say I just registered one person and they went past the 30-day free trial. And that one person also signed up one person. Okay, so I would earn $39 every month plus $5 from that goes into the AI Employee Fund. Okay, well, I need to have more people than one, right? So let's say that I signed up 10 people. I signed up 10 people and I helped them sign up 10 people. Oops, sign up 10 people, okay? And that's going to put $485 in the AI employee fund from those 5% overrides. And that's going to allow me to almost help one family with $500 off their rent. So the goal I'm really shooting for, I think, is I'll be able to find 100 people. One of them may be you. You're going to sign up under me as get a link for the marketing platform, get a 30-day free trial. And then I'm going to show you how to sign up 100 people. And when we do that, there's going to be $48,500 in the AI employee fund. And I'm going to take half of that 48,500 and we can help 48 families knock $500 off their rent every month. Okay. And I'm also going to earn $3,880 a month of income for running the Success Portal, having the daily group Zoom calls and all those things. It's really, really cool. These other plans are for people that want to, the features are pretty much the same, but there is some added functionality for these other two plans. But let's say we did the exact same thing with people that are paying this $497 a month. And I find 100 people and I show those 100 people how to sign up 100 more. That's going to give us $248,500 in the AI employee fund. And if I take half of that, I can help, I think it's 118 families. Okay, that's amazing. And I'm also going to earn $19,880 in monthly residual income for running the Success Portal. So that gives you an idea of the math. It's really amazing that this works so simply. Now, the marketing platform, the company behind that has been in business for 6 or 7 years now. So this platform is incredible. So it's not for everyone, but it is for someone. And we just have to find those someones. And I would like you to help me do that. But I do know this, the age of AI is here and it's changing everything from how we work to how we live. And it's moving fast. You could be one of those people who think AI isn't for them. And for people who think that way, I just want to say that the last time I saw something like this was in the early 90s when the internet became widespread. I was there and it's like deja vu. In the early 90s, a technological revolution took the world by storm. The dot-com boom promised prosperity for all, an internet-driven economy that would create limitless opportunities, level the playing field, and bring financial freedom to anyone willing to participate. But did it? For a select few, it did. Those who positioned themselves early, visionaries, innovators, and risk takers, became the new elite. They built empires, changed industries, and reaped enormous financial rewards. But for most people, the promise of the internet as an equalizer never fully materialized. The wealth became concentrated at the top, and many found themselves on the outside looking in, missing out on the biggest financial revolution of their time. Now, AI is not just another technology trend. It's a fundamental shift in how businesses, economies, and even human labor function. AI is replacing traditional jobs faster than ever. Companies that embrace AI will dominate their industries. Those who understand and position themselves early will become the new success stories. The bottom line is people need these tools to bring their ideas to life. The AI revolution gives all of us a chance to create prosperity for everyone, not just the lucky few. So instead of watching massive corporations monopolize AI and leave the rest of us behind, we're building a movement that allows everyday people to profit from AI technologies and create real financial security without needing to be tech experts, without needing to code, and without needing a massive investment. By simply introducing people to AI technologies and sending them to my daily group Zoom calls, you can generate recurring monthly income for yourself and help others reach their dreams at the same time. Instead of being replaced by AI, you can leverage it to create lasting wealth. And most importantly, you can use this income to fund the causes you care about. The first wave of the dot-com boom created millionaires and billionaires overnight. This is bigger. We are creating a future where AI works for us, not the other way around. This time, the opportunity belongs to everyone, not just the elite. This time we can fulfill on prosperity for all. So are you going to watch or are you going to participate? In the 90s, many people watched the dot-com boom and said, I wish I had known. In 2022, people heard about AI and said, it's too early. In 2025 and beyond, people will say, why didn't I take action? So you have a choice. You can either wait, hesitate, and watch AI change the world while others build wealth, or you can step into the AI revolution and claim your place in history. Are you ready to be part of the movement that ensures AI benefits everyone? I really want to thank you for tuning into this webinar. We're out to make a huge impact with AI and web technologies that can't be done alone. That's why I'm asking for your participation. What I've described is pretty much it in a nutshell. So if you're interested in learning more, please continue watching. Otherwise, thank you for taking the time to hear the concept. And we hope by the end of this webinar, you will come join us on one of our daily group Zoom calls and participate in what is to become a giant leap forward in the history of humanity. Now, every major transformation in history started as a radical idea. Take Orville and Wilbur Wright, two bicycle mechanics from Dayton, Ohio. In the early 1900s, the idea of humans flying through the sky was laughed at by most people. If a man were meant to fly, he would have been born with wings, they said. But the Wright brothers saw the future before anyone else did, and they refused to let the skepticism of the time hold them back. Then, on December 17th, 1903, they did what had never been done before. They launched the first controlled powered flight. It was only 12 seconds long, but it changed the course of history forever. In just a few decades, aviation transformed the world. Global travel became possible, shrinking the world overnight. The airline industry was born, creating new jobs, wealth, and economies. Space exploration became a reality, paving the way for human expansion beyond Earth. It all started with two brothers and a radical idea. In the early 1960s, the idea of sending a rocket to the moon seemed like pure fantasy. It can't be done. The technology isn't there. Humans will never survive in space. But visionaries saw the future before anyone else did. And then on May 25th, 1961, President John F. Kennedy made a bold declaration. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. At the time, the US didn't even have the technology to make it happen. But within just 8 years, humanity accomplished what was once thought to be impossible. On July 20th, 1969, the world watched in awe as Neil Armstrong took the first steps on the moon. One giant leap for mankind and a moment that changed history forever. What did the moon landing do for humanity? It proved that we can overcome any obstacle with vision and persistence. It launched an explosion of technological advancements still used today. It inspired generations to dream bigger and reach higher. What once seemed unthinkable became undeniable reality. And in recent years, we've seen how bold leadership can reshape economies, industries, and even global relations. The Trump presidency implemented radical ideas that many thought were unattainable, yet they led to record low unemployment and economic growth, breakthroughs in Middle East peace with the Abraham Accords, energy independence, and deregulation that fueled innovation. Operation Warp Speed delivered vaccines at unprecedented speed. So how's that make you feel? Every extraordinary transformation in history, flight, space travel, AI, and economic revolutions began as nothing more than an idea. But an idea alone is not enough. The Wright brothers didn't just think about flying, they felt the reality of flight before it existed. The NASA engineers didn't just hope for a moon landing, they saw it, they believed it, and they felt it as already achieved. Innovators in AI today don't just observe the changes, they step into the feeling of success and act as if it's already here. This is what Neville Goddard meant when he said, the feeling is the secret. The key to every breakthrough in history wasn't just the idea, it was the feeling of certainty that made it real. It wasn't logic that made the Wright brothers lift off the ground, it was an unshakable belief that they could. It wasn't a blueprint that sent a rocket to the moon, it was the emotional conviction that it would happen. It wasn't numbers on a page that built economic prosperity, it was the feeling of abundance before it even arrived. The mind is the gateway, and this is how ideas become reality. Any idea, plan, or purpose may be placed in the mind through repetition of thought. Everything you see today, from AI to the phone in your hand to the money in your bank account, was once just a thought in someone's mind. But it's not just thinking, it's feeling the reality of success before it happens. A belief is a thought in the mind which clothes itself in the best available physical form. That is why right now is the greatest moment in history. The AI revolution is here, the world is changing, and you have the power to shape your future if you believe it and feel it as already real. So are you ready to step into the feeling of success? This isn't about waiting. This isn't about hoping. This is about feeling your future as if it's already happening. I made a bold statement that we're going to lower rent by $500 a month for 48 families in San Francisco Chinatown. When I really got present to this idea, I literally couldn't stop crying. There are seniors being priced out of the only homes they've ever known. There are young people who can't afford to stay in the communities where they grew up. The cost of living is pushing families apart, making it impossible for generations to build together. This isn't just about money. It's about dignity, community, and the right to thrive. A different kind of thinking is required to make something like this happen. We can't rely on old ways of thinking. We need a different approach, a new mindset, and a belief in what's possible. Now, this type of thinking, the kind that turns visions into reality, is best described in the following 9-minute video I made on the subject. Enjoy it, and as you watch, ask yourself, what impact do you want to create? What bold vision is waiting for you to step into? Let's do this together. Hello, everybody. So today's video is called The Secret Genie. Now, there's a diagram that was created by a chiropractor named Thurman Fleet 90 years ago in 1934. Before getting into the diagram, I just want to repeat something that was said by a man named Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, "We become what we think about all day long." So you're quite capable of changing the direction of your life, no matter what age you are. 4.5 years ago, somebody told me that, and I only kind of halfway believed it at the time. But I can tell you today, he was right. At the time, I was living in a little 8 by 10 foot room in Chinatown. Next door to me was a family of 3. On the other side was a mother and her 35-year-old son, and across from them was a senior couple. In all, there were 24 people living on the first floor of that building. All of us shared 2 bathrooms and a kitchen. If someone sneezed in the room 2 doors away, I could hear it. Towards the end of 2019, I remember having a conversation with a man named Arash Vasugi, and he told me all I needed was a little direction. And in retrospect, he was right about that. But first, I needed to bring some order to my mind. And this little image I'm going to share with you in a minute helped me tremendously with that. But what exactly is the mind? A lot of people would say the mind is that thing between our ears. But I found out the mind is in every cell of our body. So let's do a little experiment with the mind. I want you to go back in your mind and think about when you were going to your first day of school. What were you wearing? How were you feeling? Now, when I was in kindergarten, we had nap time, and each of us brought a little blanket with us. Mine was blue. What color was yours? There was a little area where we kept those blankets, and there was a name tag that said where my blanket went, and that name tag said Paul on it. What did your name tag say? What about when we got a little bit older and we got other nicknames? And some of those nicknames weren't very nice. But think about a time when you were a little bit older and you're out there on the ball field with a bat and you hit the ball out of the park and everyone called you Babe Ruth. Or how about when you were taking a test in high school and you're the kid that got the bad grade and you were called a dummy? Did that become your new name? What if you never finished high school and everyone called you a dropout? Or if you graduated from college and everyone called you a scholar? Now, when I was 17, I dropped out of high school and I joined the Air Force, and the drill sergeant called me Airman. Was that my new name? These things we call ourselves and the names people called us really shaped our lives. But in reality, none of these names were necessarily who we were, but they had a lot to do with who we became. Isn't that interesting? What color was your first car? Did it have 4 doors or 2? So now I want you to do this. I want you to go into your kitchen in your mind and tell me what color your refrigerator is. Does it have 1 door or 2 doors? Do the doors open from left to right or from right to left? Now I just had you go into your kitchen, right? Now here's the interesting thing. I could tell you what color my blanket was when I was in kindergarten, and I could tell you the names people called me when I was in high school, good and bad. Or I could tell you the color of my first car. But if somebody were to ask you what the mind is, most people couldn't really say exactly what that is at all. And yet, if we're to change our mind, isn't it necessary for us to know what it is? Remember what Ralph Waldo Emerson said. He said, we become what we think about all day long. So it follows that if we're called a dropout, or if we were called a scholar, a superstar, or a loser, if we get that into our mind, that's what we become, right? We think in pictures, but most people don't have a picture of the mind, and this single definition is going to change your life forever, and that's a fact. So let me share with you a picture of your mind. Once you understand this picture, you're going to be able to change your mind, and therefore you're going to be able to change your results in your life. Now, this is the most important thing I've ever learned. 90 years ago, in 1934, Thurman Fleet created an illustration called the stick person. Picture the large circle as the mind and the small circle as the body. The mind is the puppeteer, and the body is the puppet. Now let's take a moment to think about the performance of some people you know. Now you can include yourself in this too. Our behavior determines our results. Some people are shy wallflowers around strangers, while others are like human golden retrievers, bounding up with a handshake and a million questions. Despite the variety in behavior, our human nature is the same. The mind works the same way for the shy introvert as it does for the outgoing social butterfly. The difference is in how each mind is programmed. Now, our programming happens both genetically and through our environment. This forms our paradigms, which I'll dive into in another video. But for now, let's focus on this drawing. Imagine splitting the large circle right down the middle. The top half is your conscious mind, and the bottom half is your subconscious mind. And of course, the small circle at the bottom represents the body. Think of your head as the mind and everything from the neck down as the body. Sure, the mind is in every cell of the body, but we need a simple picture to work with. So the top half of the drawing is the conscious thinking mind. The bottom half is the subconscious emotional mind, which is like the hidden puppet master pulling the strings. The way the emotional mind is programmed determines how the body acts. But how do ideas get into the emotional mind? Well, we put them there. There's a constant flow of power moving to and through us, giving us the ability to think. The problem is many people don't think. They just let their senses dictate their reality. Now you see those little lines sticking out of the conscious mind in the drawing? They represent our sensory factors: seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. Now we've been conditioned to live through these senses, shaping our beliefs from an early age. Take report cards, for example. They tell us what kind of student we are, and we believe it. But a report card just shows where our mind was at for a few moments weeks ago. It says nothing about our potential, yet we buy into it, and it shapes our self-image. As adults, we let our income and our bank account tell us how successful we are. But these are just report cards of our past, not indicators of our future, unless we let them be. Unfortunately, many of us do. Now, the stick person image represents everyone. By understanding how our mind works, we can change our outcomes dramatically. This realization transformed my life. 4.5 years ago, I was living in an 8 by 10 foot room, ready to curl up and give up. Now, here I am welcoming you to the fourth industrial revolution from my apartment in Chinatown, complete with my own bathroom and kitchen. It's amazing what a little paradigm shift can do. Now, I've become a recognized expert in technology and a community leader by visualizing what I wanted and letting the universe arrange itself accordingly. Despite some people in my past who still calls me names I won't repeat, I've reprogrammed my subconscious mind through repetition. I don't pay much attention to the negative images others might have of me. Instead, I paint my own picture of success. Now, this stickman image is a powerful tool. It shows the creative process. Power flows into your conscious mind where dreams are built, and you imprint these dreams onto your subconscious mind, and you get emotionally involved with them and watch your body's vibration change. This change in vibration alters your actions, and the universe responds, changing your conditions, circumstances, and results. Listen to this message repeatedly. When you're not feeling good, you'll know you're emotionally involved with the wrong idea. If your life isn't what you want it to be, ask yourself what you're getting emotionally involved with. This process makes your world what it is today. You can always tell what's happening inside by looking at your outside world. The fourth industrial revolution and the age of AI are upon us, bringing beautiful opportunities. And remember, mindset is key. We think in secret, and it comes to pass. Environment is but our looking glass. Live from the inside out and stop letting the outside control you. I can guide you. Come join us, and I look forward to seeing you on the calls. Talk with you soon. What a great video. I really like the Secret Genie. And now you may hear some explosions in the background because, like I said in the video, I live here in Chinatown, and we're having the Lunar New Year parade tonight. So there's fireworks going on outside. There was 1 million people outside today. It's amazing. So we're actually enhancing our video by having some of the Lunar New Year celebrations enhancing our webinar tonight. So I want to give you a little recap on this video on the Secret Genie, because remember, repetition is key. So basically what I'm saying in the video is that we become what we think about all day long. The video emphasizes that our thoughts shape our reality, and the labels we accept, whether positive or negative, become part of our identity. So our minds work in pictures, and we remember events, emotions, and identities in visual form, yet most people don't have a clear picture of the mind itself. Thurman Fleet's stick person diagram provides a simple way to understand how our conscious and subconscious mind shape our behavior and results. The conscious mind is where we analyze, dream, and set goals, but it's the subconscious mind programmed by repetition and emotional involvement that determines our actual results. Our programming and paradigms control our actions. From childhood, we are programmed by our environment, experiences, and the labels we accept. These create paradigms, deeply ingrained belief systems that dictate our actions and self-image. Your current reality is just a reflection of past thinking. A report card, a bank statement, or current job title is just a snapshot of where your mind was in the past. They do not define your potential unless you let them. Reprogramming the mind is the key to transformation, and through repetition and emotional engagement, we can reprogram the subconscious and create a new reality. When you emotionally commit to an idea, it alters your energy and actions, which in turn change your external circumstances. The fourth industrial revolution is here, and the age of AI is presenting massive opportunities, but mindset is key. That's why I'm spending so much time on mindset. Those who understand and apply these mental principles will thrive, while those who live through fear and limitation will get left behind. So if it's so easy to come up with some idea and manifest it into physical reality, why do so many people with great ideas never bring them to fruition? The video I made about the terror barrier explains that. So let's watch it now. Hello, everybody. Today, we're diving into something truly spine-tingling. It's called the terror barrier. Imagine setting a goal so far outside your comfort zone that you find yourself face to face with a wall of fear. That's the terror barrier. Now, let me share a personal story to bring this to life. When I decided to start a new career at 62, people looked at me like I'd completely lost my marbles. I moved into a new apartment that cost $1,000 more than my previous one. I bought a new computer, and I spent my life savings on an idea that, quite frankly, flopped at first. And last November, I smashed right into the terror barrier like a cartoon character running into a brick wall. But here's the thing. Once I plowed through that barrier, I realized I could do it. Every day since, I've applied the principles I teach, hitting that wall of fear and pushing through it. Each time I do, I grow and my world gets better and better. Why is it that so many people get all fired up about a goal only to watch it fizzle out? Have you ever wondered why a small group of people hit big goals while most don't? The truth is, most people never hit their goals because they set the wrong ones. You've got to chase a C-type goal. That's a goal that starts as a fantasy. But beware, because you're going to smack right into the terror barrier. If you bounce off, you're sunk. But if you understand what's happening, you can crash right through it. Everyone who has ever accomplished anything significant has faced that terror barrier and bulldozed through it. Let's break it down with the stick person concept. Bondage, reason, terror barrier, and freedom. So bondage is where we start. Here's the individual conditioned by X-type energy. This X-type energy in the subconscious mind creates X-type behavior and X-type results. When new power flows into their consciousness, they think X-type thoughts, keeping them stuck in X-type results, essentially living in bondage, not freedom. Then comes reason. We introduce a Y-type idea, which comes from outside. As long as the Y idea stays in the conscious mind, everything's fine. But once it seeks expression and hits the subconscious, that's when we smack into the terror barrier. Mixing X and Y energy causes discomfort, sparking worry and doubt, fear in the subconscious, and anxiety physically. When people hit this terror barrier, most bounce right back into bondage. Now, Thoreau said, if a person advances confidently in the direction of their dream and endeavors to live the life they've imagined, they will meet with success unexpected in common hours. So to move forward, you have to understand what causes the fear. Understanding is the key to freedom. It doesn't eliminate fear, but eventually the X energy disappears and the Y energy becomes the new X energy. This shift happens through repeated emotional involvement in the Y idea until the X-type conditioning vanishes and you live in freedom. And then what do? Well, you start all over with a new Y idea, but this time you've got experience. It still scares you. Trust me, every new goal scares me. Parts of my mind say, Paul, take it easy. You don't need the aggravation. But you have to kick those thoughts out. If what you're doing isn't making you grow or scare you, you're going in the wrong direction. You know what the beautiful part is? It excites and scares you at the same time. Excitement comes from the conscious desire. Fear comes from venturing into the unknown. So when you start working toward a new goal, you'll look outside yourself for resources and find nothing. But those resources come as you need them. Have faith that everything you need will appear in the right time. In another video, I'm going to discuss polarity, the positive and the negative, ignorance and knowledge. There's only one real problem. and that's ignorance. All problems stem from not knowing. The opposite of ignorance is knowledge, and all the knowledge we need is available all around us. Think about this graphic: positive and negative, ignorance and knowledge. When we doubt and worry because we can't see the resources we need, it leads to fear, and fear is a psychic disease. Fear causes anxiety, which we suppress, leading to dis-ease and disintegration. Now, the law of life says create or disintegrate. If you're not moving ahead, you're going backwards. To escape this negative flow, we have to understand the laws of our being. Everything we need will come to us at the right time if we stay in the right vibration. We develop understanding through study, something most people avoid. Understand that everything you require will be delivered exactly when needed. Build a positive picture of your goal, get emotionally involved with it, and set up a vibration of faith. You know what faith is? Faith is seeing the invisible and believing the incredible, enabling us to achieve what seems impossible. It's the polar opposite of fear. Now, faith based on understanding moves mountains. It gives us a positive picture of our desires before they materialize. Emotional involvement with this picture leads to well-being, expressed visibly. People in a good vibration attract more good things because they're at ease, creating instead of disintegrating. In the age of AI, our creative potential is vast. The fourth industrial revolution isn't about small goals. Remember, we're all ignorant about some things, but we must never remain ignorant about how our marvelous minds work. It's the greatest gift we have, enabling us to achieve anything we desire, but we must develop it. That's why I emphasize mindset before diving into the practical and technical aspects of succeeding in the fourth industrial revolution and the age of AI. Inside my success portal, you'll have the opportunity to learn all about these things, and I hope you'll join me in this study. Through repetition, understanding clicks, and you live in freedom. Welcome to my success portal. This is going to change your life, and I look forward to seeing you on the calls. Talk to you soon. Wasn't that great? So that's really how the mind works. Now, I want to give a recap of the Terror Barrier video because, again, repetition is key. In the video, we explain that fear is the wall between you and your dreams. Whenever we set a big, meaningful goal, we inevitably hit a wall of fear. This is the terror barrier. It's the invisible force that stops most people from achieving their dreams. As I mentioned in the video, I smashed through the terror barrier about 5 years ago when at 62 years old, I decided to make a bold move. I moved into a new apartment. I began a new career. I made a big investment in an idea that flopped at first. I hit the terror barrier hard, but instead of retreating, I pushed through, and now I apply these principles daily to grow beyond fear. I also mentioned in the video that most people fail at the goals they set because they don't set the right kind of goals. There are 3 types of goals: A-type goals, which are things you already know how to do, and there's no growth there. There's B-type goals, and these are things you think you can do with a plan, and there's a little bit of growth there. But C-type goals, those are the kind of goals that start as fantasies, the ones that scare and excite you at the same time. Like lowering rents for 48 families in Chinatown by $500. These are the goals that lead to breakthroughs. Then we went into the stick person concept, where we all start out in bondage, stuck in the same thinking patterns. X-type energy, it gives us X-type behavior, and it gives us X-type results. Then a new idea enters your conscious mind. And as we get emotionally involved in the new idea, the idea moves into the subconscious and fear kicks in because we're mixing X and Y type energy. When that happens, most people retreat back into bondage. But those who understand the process push through fear and transform their thinking. Fear and faith are the same energy. Fear is focusing on what could go wrong, and faith is focusing on what could go right. Understanding how your mind works shifts your vibration from doubt and worry to belief and action. Resources and opportunities appear when you need them and not before. If your goals don't scare and excite you, you're playing too small. Growth happens outside the comfort zone, and as you expand your mindset, your world expands with you. The whole purpose of these two videos and my recap of them is to have you understand what I mean by thinking. Thinking isn't just about having random thoughts. It's about understanding how your mind works, setting goals that push beyond fear, and acting with faith, not doubt. In order for us to make the difference we're out to make, we won't just do certain things. We'll do things in a certain way. Now that we've set the context about how our marvelous mind works and how human beings have this special ability to take an idea and manifest that idea into physical form, let's get into some of these AI technologies that are possible through our platform. For this very basic example, we're going to use AI voice, which is how AI can transform your business idea into success in the fourth industrial revolution. Come on, everybody needs someone to answer the phone, right? By showcasing this easily understood and adoptable technology, we help people grasp the true power of AI, removing complexity, increasing efficiency, and unlocking new opportunities. I've set up an AI voice system that you can call. The number is right here, 415-873-1087. Now, when you call this number, you're going to get my AI voice agent, which will answer your questions and let you know a little bit about what we're up to. And it will also send you a link to our daily group Zoom calls, or even send you a link to your success portal. All you have to do is ask. This is a really easy example that not only demonstrates how our AI technologies can assist people with ideas that they want to implement into the fourth industrial revolution, but it also introduces you to the age of AI. So go ahead and give that number a call and share it with other people who you'd like to share this information with. Voice AI is only one example of what our platform supports. Our platform is a powerful all-in-one business solution designed for entrepreneurs, small businesses, and affiliate marketers looking to scale effortlessly in the age of AI. With over 500 features, it provides everything needed to attract, engage, and convert customers without the complexity of managing multiple tools. Other things that make our platform stand out are AI-powered automations. You can automate follow-ups, lead nurturing, and customer engagement with ease. There's a website and funnel builder, drag and drop tools to create high-converting landing pages, sales funnels, and full-scale websites. CRM and lead management. We can track, nurture, and manage leads all in one place with smart segmentation and automated workflows. We have email and SMS marketing. We can run targeted campaigns with automated messaging to increase conversions. We have reputation management. We can collect and manage customer reviews, build credibility, and boost online visibility. We have memberships and course hosting. We can create and sell digital courses, memberships, and exclusive content with built-in payment integration. We have AI-driven chatbots, 24/7 virtual assistants to answer questions, book appointments, and engage leads instantly. We have an integrated booking system, which allows clients to schedule calls, appointments, and meetings seamlessly. We have e-commerce and payment processing, sell products, services, and subscriptions with full payment integration. We have a social media automation. You can schedule and manage content across multiple platforms to grow your brand effortlessly. We also have built-in systems to manage and reward affiliates, boosting sales through referrals. Basically, we have a business growth engine. And to top it all off, we even have an app that runs on your phone so you can talk with your contacts or even send them ringless voicemails. Whether you're a solopreneur, coach, consultant, or agency owner, our platform replaces the need for multiple expensive subscriptions. It consolidates marketing, sales, and automation into a single streamlined system, saving time, reducing costs, and maximizing results. This isn't just a tool, it's a full-scale success ecosystem built for those who want to thrive in the fourth industrial revolution. Now, if the robots do all the work, what will the humans do? Well, I assert that human connection still rules. Whether we make that connection through a Zoom call or whether we meet one-on-one in person, human connection still rules. And when it comes to steering the boat, I say that we should be having a human steering the boat and not just robots controlling our lives. What we're going to need is some heroes. We're going to need some heroes that are going to go out and talk to people about these technologies and bring them to these Zoom calls and get them set up on our platform and begin to come up with some ideas to thrive in the fourth industrial revolution. AI employees are rapidly taking over tasks once done by humans, automating industries and reshaping the economy at an unprecedented pace. For many, this signals a crisis, lost jobs, fading opportunities, and a future controlled by machines. But for those who are paying attention, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The real question is, will human imagination save us? Or will we resign ourselves to a bland, controlled existence where AI dictates our lives and we trade our dreams for mere survival? This is the defining battle of our time, and you get to choose. It's actually a call to adventure. The fourth industrial revolution is not something to fear, it's something to harness. What if instead of being replaced by AI, you used AI to build wealth, freedom, and impact your community? What if you could earn a sustainable monthly income by simply sharing AI technologies that every human being needs without selling, without tech skills, and without having to explain anything? This is where your journey begins. Now, I've already touched on the potential earning power of using and promoting this platform. Now, let's take a moment to distinguish between fantasy and reality, dreams and promises, vision and guarantees. I know that what I've presented regarding the math may seem unbelievable, even too good to be true, but let's be clear. The math works, the opportunity is real, the strategy is sound. But this isn't a promise about what you will achieve. It's not even a promise about what I will achieve. This is simply what I am setting out to do, and I would love for you to join me. I'm laying out a vision, a blueprint for what's possible if people take action, work together, and leverage the power of AI, automation, and collaboration. Your results will depend on your effort, your engagement, and your willingness to take action. So with that in mind, let's explore how you can participate. First of all, how do you participate? Well, it's really easy. You just join our 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time daily group Zoom calls, which are held Monday through Thursday, and I will personally set everything up for you. You will get everything you need to promote AI technologies to the masses, and we'll show you how to do that too. You can invite people to my free daily group Zoom calls and earn monthly recurring revenue from your efforts. This is so easy that anyone can do it. And the best part, I do all the presenting and you just send people to the Zoom calls. So there are also additional free Zoom calls you can attend and learn even more, expanding your knowledge and effectiveness. So I'll see you on the calls, and I thank you so much for attending this webinar.